Meep meep. Meep meep.
First introduced in 1970, this Super Wing was made for one thing and one thing only: to win races. This is the story of the Plymouth Superbird. The Plymouth Superbird was a limited edition muscle car that was created for one reason and one reason only: to dominate the racetracks. And dominate it did. With its aerodynamic design and powerful engines, the Plymouth Superbird was a force to be reckoned with on the track.
Charlie Glassback is on the pole in car number 99. Richard Petty alongside. Row number 2, Buddy Baker and Freddie Lorenzen. The third row, Cale Yarbrough and Pete Hamilton.
The Plymouth Superbird was designed by a team of engineers and designers at the Chrysler Corporation, which was the parent company of the Plymouth brand. The design of the Superbird was a collaboration between several departments within the company, including styling, engineering, and marketing. The goal of the design was to create a high-performance muscle car that could compete on the racetrack and stand out on the street. The Superbird was heavily influenced by aerodynamics, as the car was specifically designed for NASCAR racing, where aerodynamics played a critical role in performance. The unique and recognizable design of the Plymouth Superbird, with its long nose and short deck, helped to establish the car as one of the most iconic muscle cars of all time. The design of the Superbird was a key factor in its success on racetracks and on the street, and helped to make it a true performance machine. It's not just its performance that makes the Plymouth Superbird so special, it's also its unique appearance that sets it apart from all the other cars on the road, including the CUDA.
But it's the CUDA that performance buffs will recognize as the new king of the sporty car. Under that shaker hood is Howl Power.
From its long nose to its giant wing, the Plymouth Superbird was truly one of a kind. And even now, more than 50 years later, it still turns heads and makes people stop and stare. The Plymouth Superbird was offered in a limited range of exterior colors when it was first introduced in 1970. Some of the colors available for the Plymouth Superbird included Apple White, Vitamin C Orange, Tour Red, Lemon Twist Yellow, Lime Green, Corporate Blue, Curious Lime, Sassy Grass Green, and Lemon Twist Top Banana. The interior of the Plymouth Superbird was typical of muscle cars of the time period, with basic features and a focus on performance rather than luxury. Some of the key features of the interior of the Plymouth Superbird included simple bucket seats with a vinyl covering. They were designed to be lightweight and provide good support for performance driving. The dashboard was functional and straightforward, with a speedometer, tachometer, fuel gauge, and oil pressure gauge. There were no fancy electronic displays or gadgets. The Superbird came with a 3-spoke steering wheel that was comfortable to the grip and easy to control. The Superbird had a simple floor console between the front seats, which housed the gear shifter and provided a convenient armrest. The door panels were simple, with manual window cranks and basic door handles. There were no power windows or other power features. Overall, the interior of the Plymouth Superbird was functional and stripped down, designed to provide a clean and simple environment for the driver to focus on performance driving. The Plymouth Superbird was available with a range of engine options, including a 440 Super Commando and a 446 barrel. All of the engine options for the Plymouth Superbird were powerful and well suited for high-performance driving. The Superbird was designed specifically for racing.
Richard Petty pulls away slightly on the back chute. But at turn number 3, Richard goes too high and allows Buddy Baker to slip into second.
In addition to the engine options, the Plymouth Superbird was equipped with a heavy-duty suspension and brakes to handle the increased performance capabilities. The transmission options included a 4-speed manual or a 3-speed automatic. The exact performance numbers for the Plymouth Superbird varied depending on the engine option and the weight of the car, but here are some estimated figures. The Plymouth Superbird could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.6 seconds, depending on the engine option and other factors. The Superbird could complete a quarter mile in around 13 to 14 seconds, again depending on the engine option and other factors. The Bird had a top speed of about 140 miles per hour. The Superbird was also equipped with heavy-duty brakes to handle the high-performance capabilities and could stop from 60 miles per hour in around 120 to 130 feet. These performance numbers are estimates and can vary on a number of factors, including the weight of the car, the engine option, and the transmission. However, they give a general idea of the impressive performance capabilities of the Plymouth Superbird. Overall, the engines of the Plymouth Superbird were a key component of its success on the racetrack and helped to establish the car as a legendary muscle car and a true performance machine. Plymouth discontinued the Superbird in 1971 due to several factors, including changes in NASCAR rules, which limited the size of engines.
Richard Petty has slipped by Buddy Baker for first place. Baker tries to pass on the inside. No go.
The Superbird was seen as a niche car, and Plymouth decided to discontinue the model due to low sales and declining demand. The Bird had a cousin which was the Dodge Charger Daytona and was similar in design and performance to the Superbird. Both the Superbird and Charger Daytona were built for one model year only, 1970 and 1969 respectively. The Plymouth Superbird and the Dodge Charger Daytona remain one of the most iconic muscle cars of all time and are highly sought after by collectors and enthusiasts today. Their distinctive aerodynamic design, high-performance engine options, and impressive performance capabilities have made them true classics. And they remain one of the most recognizable and memorable cars of the muscle car era. Well, there you have it, the story of the Plymouth Superbird. Did you own one or know someone that did? How about that Dodge Daytona? I remember when Mom used to drive us to our aunt's, and around the corner from where my aunt lived, there it was, an orange Superbird with that giant wing on the back. And I must have been about 15 or 16, so that was like crazy to me to see something like that. And ever since then, I think it was the 70s, I haven't seen one up close at all. Anyway, one of my childhood memories of seeing one of these. What do you think? We'd like to know. Leave us your comments below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified of future Boca Brother videos. This is Danny B of the Boca Brothers. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.